Forget the black pajamas, forget the rooftop sword fights in the middle of the night and the magical clouds of smoke. The popular image of the ninja is a fantastic lie, a piece of 19th century kabuki theater and 20th century cinema. The truth is far quieter and infinitely more terrifying. The real shinobi was a ghost, an unseen hand, a whisper that could topple a castle not with explosives, but with information. Your greatest victory wasn't a dramatic assassination. It was returning from a 3-month mission with the enemy never even knowing you were there. Your primary weapon wasn't the sword, it was the human mind. Welcome to Epoch Immersion. Today, we are erasing the myths to find the person underneath. We're going to find out what it was really truly like to be a shinobi on a mission in 16th century Iga province during the height of the Sengoku Jidai, the age of the country at war. You are not a movie assassin. You are an intelligence asset, a specialist in shinobi eerie, stealthy infiltration. You were raised in the isolated mountainous Iga province, a region famous for its fierce independence and its unique families that perfected the arts of unconventional warfare or ninjutsu. This isn't a job you applied for. It is your entire identity, your family, your neighbors. Everyone you know is part of this intricate hidden world. And you've just been assigned to a gonin, a 5-man cell, for a mission that could change the fate of your homeland. But before you take your first step into enemy territory, you must understand why you're doing this. What is the upside to a life lived entirely in the shadows? So, what is the reward for this life of non-existence? It's not what you think. You won't be given a castle, you won't be celebrated in poetry, your name will never be spoken in court, at least not in praise. Your reward is something far more potent, autonomy. The samurai you see strutting on the road is a prisoner of his code. He is bound by Bushido, a rigid chain of loyalty that dictates who he kills, where he sleeps, and how he must die. You are not. Your loyalty is to your gonin, your cell, and to the contract. The Iga families are masters of their own fate. They sell a service, a very specialized service, to the highest bidder who respects their independence. This makes you a professional, not a dog. And then there's the power, the intoxicating absolute power of information. Imagine you are a rat in the walls of a great lord's chamber. He is discussing his battle plans, his alliances, his deepest fears, and he believes he is alone. He is not. You are there. You are the peasant who can hear a daimyo's confession. You are the farmer who notes which castle gate is weakest. You are the monk who overhears the private message. This knowledge is your weapon. It is heavier than a tachi and sharper than a tanto. While the samurai boasts of his strength, you cultivate weakness in others. You are the living embodiment of Gikokujo, the low overthrowing the high. You are the unseen fulcrum that levers the entire social order. And, of course, there is the coin, a successful infiltration, a stolen ledger, a map of troop movements. This is worth a bag of koban that a farmer couldn't dream of in 10 lifetimes. But even that gold feels cold compared to the real prize, survival. Your skills are the wall that protects your mountain home. Your reputation is the deterrent that makes a lord think twice before marching his army into Iga's mists. If you appreciate this dive into the hidden corners of history, consider subscribing to Epoch Immersion. We're always turning over the rocks people would rather leave alone. Every secret you bring back buys your family another season of peace. You don't exist so that they can. And in your hand, hidden beneath your dirty robes, you might clutch a small kusudama, a charm of scented herbs from your village. It's not just a memory, it's the receipt. It is the proof of what you are fighting for. The only thing that's real in a life of lies. But that receipt of reality comes at a cost that is absolute. The primary con, the harsh truth of your existence, is not the danger of a samurai's sword. It is ego death. You are not a person. You are a tool. You are a void shaped to fit a purpose. The autonomy we just discussed, it's a comforting lie you tell yourself. Your first act of invisibility isn't pulling on a mask, it's killing your own personality. You are not you. You are a farmer. You are a traveling performer. You are a quiet monk. You must inhabit these roles so completely for weeks or months on end that you begin to disappear. Your own laugh, your favorite food, the way you walk, all of it is sanded away, scrubbed clean, until only the disguise remains. Then comes the paranoia. It is your constant companion, your only true ally. You cannot trust your gonin, your cell. They are colleagues, not friends. You all know that if one is caught, the others must abandon him to save the mission. You cannot trust the peasant who offers you water. Is it kindness, or has he been paid to watch for strangers and the physical dangers? They are not clean, they are not honorable. You won't be killed in a flash of steel. You will die from a rusty nail in your foot. You will die from dysentery, shivering in a cold ditch, miles from home, because the river water was bad. A broken ankle while climbing a wall is not an injury. It is a death sentence. Your colleagues will not carry you. They will perhaps leave you a knife, but the ultimate con is capture. If a samurai is captured, he can expect to be ransomed, or if he's lucky, allowed to commit seppuku. You are not a samurai. You are a thing. You are a container of secrets. You will be tortured systematically and without passion by professionals, and your employers will deny you. Your family will deny you. You will die in a nameless pit, your mission a failure, your very existence erased from history. You pull the Kusudama charm from your sleeve. You bring it to your nose, desperate for the scent of home, but it's been soaked in river water and mud for weeks. It smells of nothing, just damp fiber. You have become the lie. Your life on a mission is not a series of midnight infiltrations. That is the endgame. Your daily grind is the art of being. It is 1% agonizingly slow observation and 1% action. Your job is to become the farmer, the beggar, the monk. This is the true henjutsu, the art of disguise. It's not a puff of smoke. It's becoming the role so completely that you disappear. You must learn to smell like the farmer, rubbing mud and dung onto your clothes. You must adopt the regional accent, the local gossip, the specific weariness in your shoulders from a type of labor you've never actually done. A single mistake, using the wrong honorific, tying a knot the wrong way, means torture and death. Your day is spent doing the mundane job, mending a wall, sorting rice, but your mind is a weapon. You are counting, you are memorizing. How many guards? When do they change? Which one is lazy? At night, you don't rest. You sleep in a barn, burying yourself in hay, or you use the darkness to move, verifying the wall's texture, mapping the world with your fingertips. This is where the Kusudama charm becomes dangerous. You want to touch it, to feel the tight silk, to remember who you are. But that is an indulgence. That is a link to a self that doesn't exist here. To touch it is to break character. You leave it buried in the lining of your robe. It's not a comfort. It's a test of your discipline. So, what are the secrets that let you act? Forget the shuriken. Your most powerful weapon is exploiting human nature. You know that people are lazy, predictable, and see what they expect to see. A guard glances at you disguised as a beggar, and his eyes slide right off. You are dismissed. That is your armor. Your first trick is a gara no jutsu, blending. You don't hide from the environment, you become it. You use wood to hide in trees, earth to cover yourself in mud. But the greatest element is fire, using the chaos of a festival or marketplace as your cover. You are the still point in the turning world. Your second trick is human engineering. You don't steal a ledger. You learn which scribe is disgruntled and let him give it to you. You don't break down a door. You learn which guard has debts. You are a psychologist with a deadly deadline. Your tools are not for fighting. They are for infiltration. The Kaganoa grappling hook is a key for a wall. The shikoro, small saw, is for silently cutting a floorboard from below. And if compromised, you vanish. This is the purpose of metsubushi, blinding powders. Not magic, but a hollowed out eggshell of ash and pepper. You crush it in the pursuer's face. You are not trying to win the fight. You are buying 2 seconds to disappear. Even your Kusudama charm is a tool. The herbs within aren't just for comfort. You know this one, when crushed, stops bleeding. This one, when burned, creates acrid smoke. Your identity and your tradecraft are one. So, What is the final verdict on the shinobi? They were not the heroes of kabuki theater. They were a tragic and lethally precise response to a brutal age. They were the specialists who did the ugly, vital work, the intelligence, the infiltration, that the samurai, with their loud pronouncements of honor, were too rigid to perform. After months, your mission is complete. You return to Iga, a ghost slipping back into the mist. You sit alone in your home and pull out the Kusudama charm. It is just a thing. Its scent is faded, caked in mud. The person who left with it is not the person who returned. The void is now part of you. This is the price of invisibility. The shinobi's true legacy isn't the black suit, it's the role. And in 25, that role is everywhere. The shinobi has simply changed disguises. The modern intelligence agent living under a false identity, that is shinobi. The corporate spy who uses social engineering to get a password, that is shinobi. The state-sponsored hacker who destabilizes a power grid from a dark room, that is ninjutsu. The shinobi's central conflict, invisibility versus identity, has become the central conflict of our digital age. We all practice hinjutsu with our social media profiles, curating disguises to navigate the world. But here's the thought I want to leave you with. The shinobi lived in paranoia, wondering which wall had ears. Today we have invited the listening devices into our homes. Our smart speakers, our phones, our search histories, they are all listening. The unseen hand now belongs to the algorithm. The shinobi had to fight to erase his identity. We seem to be giving ours away for free. If this dive into the shadows gave you pause for thought, please hit that like button. It's the simplest way to let us know we're on the right track.